community of Westbury and Johannesburg is calling for permanent safety and security intervention as they grapple with continuing crime, including alleged gang-related violence resulting in fatal shootings. I want to hand it over to Sakina, who is there this morning, because we do know that later this morning the community is expected to converge at the Mabaleng Open Grounds in Westbury. Sakina, I imagine things are a bit quiet at the moment, but this is a highlight that we need to be taken this morning.
Well, indeed, Leanne, and welcome back to Westbury. And we've since moved location. We're now at the Mabaleng Sports Grounds, and the sun is starting to rise. And from where we are, if I just look slightly to my left, I can actually see the JMPD headquarters from which we just came. And of course, now in the community. And I must tell you, just looking around to our immediate right, you see a drain that had obviously overspilled at some point recently, water running down the streets, and this is the situation, quite apart from what the community has been dealing with regarding violence, gangsterism, and of course the killings that take place here on any given day. But I'm joined now by a member of the mayoral committee for public safety here in the city of Johannesburg, and this is of course MMC Moshe Koma. Thanks so much for coming through this morning. And MMC, let me just start by getting your assessment of the safety situation here in Westbury, given the killings that are constant, given the drug-related crime that is constant in this area. What is the assessment from the city about the safety situation here in Westbury?
The safety situation in Westbury has been an ongoing crisis. To be honest, there is a high level of drug trafficking, gang violence that is supported by profile people in this area. We have taken an initiative as part of the 100 days in office in making sure that we work close with SABC, we work closely with the community patrollers, in making sure that we bring about a change in Westbury.
The community will say empty promises. They've heard all of this before, because I was speaking to you about the JMPD's presence in this area, given that the headquarters are right across the road from Westbury. And just to share with our viewers what you said to me in terms of the deployment that should be in this area.
Yes. We are deploying in different areas, in different shifts. We are trying to, in making sure that we enforce bylaws here, as the communities have always been at the outcry. There's even been marches here, but we have deployed a quite number of JPD officials and officers in this area in making sure that we deal with the problem. But because they will not be in the same area at the same time, it might look like there's no visibility, but there is, because we have deployed in different times as per shifts of the officers.
I spoke to some community members, and their reality is that it is not a perception. Their reality is that there is no visible policing in this area. Even though the assessment has been done by the city, you know how dire the state is here in Westbury, and yet the city doesn't seem to be responding in tandem with what the problems are.
We work in closely with SABC, because even JMPD alone is not enough with the kind of the ward profiling and area that we have. So we must bring all the different multidiscipline authorities on board. Hence, we have also included even the community members. But this is a serious problem that needs all of us to come together and work as a community in making sure that we keep this place very safe. We are working with SABC. We have indicated at some stage, we even made a request that we must also, since while there was a military visibility in the Zamazamas, we made a recommendation that we might need to also just raid this whole place and make sure that we get these illegal firearms and this gang violence to come to a still it's about time that we do that because of the crimes and the gang violence that is happening here.
MMC, with respect, when the military came in here, how long were they based in this area for?
It was 4 days. They were only here for 4 days because they also get deployment in other areas where they are in need, like the mine site. That was their top priority. And is here in Westbury and Eldos as well, where they were based.
So what the community is saying here is that there is no political will to deal with the problems, the crimes, the gangsterism, the gang-related shootings, the murders that take place here, and of course the drug trade that is also driving all of these attendant crimes. There's no political will.
The problem is that we've been looking at the small things instead of going straight to the main source, which is the drug lords and those that are recruiting these young individuals in going to being involved in selling of these drugs and being part of this gang violence. So it's been long overdue that this community has been abandoned for the longest time. Such a small community like Westbury is not being given the attention, is not being given the necessary support. But we are working together with the community members. We are working together with the activists in this area in making sure that we bring about hope. Yes, there's not been a political will. It's visible. You can see the area, how it looks, how the dumping sites are. But we must come together as government, the city of Johannesburg, and make sure that we restore the hopes of the people of Westbury.
And that, of course, the MMC for public safety here in the city of Johannesburg, MMC Moshe Koma. And let me say this, what you've heard the MMC say has been said ad nauseum. Those promises have been made time and time again to this community, and we'll speak to community members later on. You heard yesterday when we had him on the show, the Bishop Dalton Adams saying that this area could be cordoned off very easily and very quickly given the size of it, because it is that small. But what is going on here is beyond imagination. And of course, you need to be scared of everyone, the children. They are the ones being recruited to do the shootings in these areas as we speak. And those are the people you ought to be scared of. Imagine that, Leanne. And of course, to our viewers as well, let us know your thoughts. And also, if you have any possible solutions, what do you think needs to be done in order to deal with the problems of gangsterism, of drug trafficking, and of course, drug abuse in an area such as Westbury? With that, let's take a quick break.